be ready to march to war, to march soldiers to their deaths, and must always be victorious. Failure can never be accepted. Companionship must be rejected. Acceptance of difference is believed to lead to the degeneration of society. Their core principle is perpetual violence with no end in sight. Ulysses came to understand that the Legion, furthermore fascism, is a dead end. Even at this stage, though, he remained on Caesar's side, for he had no other cause to cling to. Yet. A couple of years afterward, Ulysses heard of Courier 6. The courier traveled all over, walked the same paths as Ulysses, and kept returning to the Divide. He followed them and found what was inside that place. It was a community, and not any community he had seen before. What he saw drastically changed everything for him, shattered his perspective of what was possible for a society to be. The name it had, the Divide, never originally referred to the crack in the earth it's known for. The Divide meant the divide between West and East. The community was a supply line and was able to link both places. Yet it was more than that. Ulysses saw it as a new beginning for America, a nation in the making. Likely in his early time in the Legion, Ulysses bought into the indoctrination of the NCR as a degenerate society and stood against the son of Mars' rightful conquest of the Earth. His views on them changed. They became more grounded and rational. Ulysses understood the NCR were emulating the old world, old America, the systems and beliefs of that time period. Old America, including the rest of the world, were in turmoil and conflict, fighting each other for the last remaining resources on the planet. It was a nuclear age with wondrous technology only imagined in science fiction. I mean, Fallout is science fiction, so still imagine it. Where am I going with this joke? Due to some events in history not taking place, the Soviet Union never collapsed and actually had ties and were even friends with America. So we can definitely tell this is work of fiction. The world came to an abrupt stop once they realized the resources they primarily used, petroleum and uranium, were dried up. Instead of adapting, wars broke out. Invasions to steal resources occurred. The long 25-year resource wars had begun. So you might be asking how this relates to the NCR. Why would Ulysses even be worried about the possible threat the NCR poses to the world? It all comes down to what the NCR are emulating, what lessons they learned and didn't learn about the old world. Old America and most parts of the world, except for maybe the Soviet Union and China, followed neoliberal capitalist ideals. For starters, what is neoliberalism? Liberalism is an ideology based on freedom and justice. Neoliberals, following the tenets of liberalism, believe capitalism provides utmost freedom for individuals with little government interference, a laissez-faire capitalist society. What this leads to is minimal government interference and a competitive market. What this created in the world of Fallout, in the real world, is a structure for incredibly wealthy individuals to take hold and influence social and political life. An oligarchy was formed, and you could say were a dictatorship that could bend the government to follow their class interests. The oligarchy is largely responsible for not advancing the world to more renewable fuel. Many of them were in charge of the corporations supplying petroleum and uranium. They had control of society, and they were unwilling to let go of their position of power. But since the world relied heavily on resources to continue functioning, imperialism was an inevitable process.
Imperialism was born when the ruling class in capitalist production came up against national limitations to its economic expansion. The bourgeoisie turned to politics out of economic necessity. For, if it did not want to give up the capitalist system, whose inherent law is constant economic growth, it had to impose this law upon its home government and proclaim expansion to be an ultimate political goal.
Capitalism is better.
The NCR has the same problem, or at least beginnings of it. Cat of landowners.
You need to find ways to fight corruption.
Can't push through regulations of land they can own. This was overturned by President Alan Campbell, effectively creating a class of the public. Neoliberalism is creeping its way back into post-apocalyptic society. That's all utmost freedom for individuals with little government interference, well, it's only for a few individuals. The rest of the people have to slave away for a pittance. There is another layer of old America and its unwilling stance to change. Imperialism was an inevitable consequence, but not even this could last forever. Most people would get fed up with it. So America and the West changed. It abandoned its liberal ideals for full-blown fascism. America became nationalistic, deeply xenophobic, all to have the populace distracted with fighting each other instead of overthrowing the oligarchy. Propaganda was rampant. Communism was viewed as a totalitarian philosophy and deeply un-American. Yet America became totalitarian, trade unions were attacked, Chinese Americans were sent to concentration camps. While the Chinese Communist Party was also totalitarian and attacked the US first, the concept of communism was not a threat that posed to take away the freedom of Americans. The point was to distract people from becoming class conscious of their own exploitation. Any talk of changing their dire situation, advocating for socialism and giving power back to the people, was sidestepped to keep the wealthy in power. By 2077, it was too late to turn the clocks back. The Great War finally occurred. The oligarchs who predicted the end of the world fled to the oil rig, which became the opposite headquarters. Mr. House fortified Las Vegas to destroy nuclear warheads and abandoned everyone to die. What the NCR is doing is laying out for history to repeat itself. The NCR and Legion discovered the divide and fought for it. Ulysses saw the potential in this community, something greater than the bear and bull, to move beyond petty conflict and unite the world to something better. He tried to save it, but it was too late. The courier delivered a package of doom to the NCR, a device of enclave technology to destroy the divide and prevent the Legion from taking over. Unlaunched nukes were detonated underground and tore the earth apart, killing all the inhabitants. Almost all. Ulysses' life was spared that fateful day. Medical eye-bots were activated and discovered in his dying body. He believed the symbol of America, the flag of the Commonwealth, reminded the eye-bots of their service to a world that exists in a war. Scarred, but alive, his hope was seeing something truly great, a nation to its first breath, a place he could call home, was snuffed away. His journey didn't end there. What he saw, the hope of a nation, was capable of being destroyed by the acts of a single individual. He believed individuals can change the course of history or erase it. He understood what was at stake in the world and that he at least could try to change it. He returned to Caesar. Wait, why did I say it like that? He returned to Caesar after the legions defeated the first battle of Hoover Dam and was given a new assignment. Caesar knew Joshua Graham was alive. He refused to admit it because it would show to his tribe he was capable of making mistakes, and ordered Ulysses to train the White Legs to destroy the New Canaans, Graham's family. Just like all the other tribes, as Ulysses knew firsthand, they were being deceived and would be assimilated into the Legion.
Estoy viendo, papi. Estoy viendo. No, no se escucha, pero está ahí.
Oh my. It's
There you go.